Good morning, everyone. Monday morning. I know we're going to try and get you out of doldrums. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott. Happy Labor Day.
And happy Labor Day. Yes.
Hope everybody has a great day off.
We got the blue
opportunity.
We got the blue shirt memo. Did you? And together we're backyard musings.
Yep, and we're talking definitely science and technology today.
Sir.
This is a cool story.
Interesting. I hope it's true. I mean, it
and
sounds true.
We love our NASA.
Yes. Right? A former NASA engineer has claimed he's developed an engine that harnesses a new force. One that we had been hundreds of years since we discovered a force outside of our current knowledge of physics to create thrust without propulsion. Sounds like Harry Potter.
Right? I don't know how this is possible, but anyway.
But he might break the laws of physics in the process. In short, it's an anti-gravity engine. Dr. Charles Buhler, a scientist who used to be this sounds fake, doesn't it? It just sounds fake. Who used to be part of the Electrostatics and Surface Physics Lab at the Kennedy Space Center, presented his team's findings to the Alternative Propulsion Energy Conference, APEC. Would you like to know more?
Okay, if it works, it would be a game changer for humanity and would unleash a new era of space exploration. Because it doesn't use fuel, it would massively bring down the cost of space travel compared to what it is now. Scientists even speculate anti-gravity technology could be used to help humans colonize other planets. So how does it actually work?
I'm curious. According to Buhler, specific differences in electric fields create a force that's strong enough to move objects and overcome the force of gravity. Well, we know magnets move objects. I mean, they can either attract, bind, or they can repulse.
But you can't put them together.
Right. There's just one problem. It breaks the laws of physics. More specifically, it violates the conservation of momentum, one of the most well-established principles in physics and part of Newton's first law of motion.
It's for this reason that this and similar attempts at anti-gravity have been nicknamed impossible drives. That said, Buhler's NASA credentials and expertise have made people take notice of the potentially groundbreaking technology. His team, made up of other engineers from NASA, Blue Origin, which is Jeff Bezos' version of SpaceX, which I don't think is anywhere close to what SpaceX has done, right?
Right. He's just taking
like
celebrity
show.
Show.
Yeah, exactly. And the Air Force has been researching the technology for more than a decade, but has only recently seen a breakthrough in its capabilities.
Just imagine researching for a year. Where does the money come from, and how do you show investors?
Grants, and like this race car driver guy that's calling you, just people asking for money.
But the technology must undergo rigorous testing and experimentation by other scientists before anyone can officially say the anti-gravity technology works. And even if technology works in principle, it would likely be decades before it's developed enough to be strapped onto a rocket. So don't go booking that holiday to Mars just yet.
It's also not the first time a scientist came close to cracking anti-gravity technology. In 2001, British engineer Roger Scheuer debuted his version of this device, which he called the EM drive. It worked by blasting microwaves inside a reflective cone, which would then build up to create a thrust. Interesting.
That is interesting. Initial test by NASA's EagleWorks team, who researched warp drives, that's Star Trek mentioned, showed the machine creating a small amount of power, raising hopes that a breakthrough in space technology could be on the horizon, despite critics claiming it was impossible. But further testing at the University of Dresden showed that these results were down to measurement error, and the M drive didn't do what its creator hoped.
While at NASA, Charles Buhler helped establish the Electrostatics and Surface Physics Laboratory at Kennedy Space Center in Florida, a very important lab that basically ensures rockets don't explode. That is pretty important.
Yeah.
Now, as co-founder of the space company Exodus Propulsion Technologies, Buhler said that they've created a drive powered by a new force outside our current known laws of physics, giving the propellant less drive, enough boost to overcome gravity.
Quote, the most important message to convey to the public is that a major discovery occurred, Buhler said. I don't think we've talked too much about what exactly it was and how it is.
Right.
Quote, this
Maybe it's
discovery.
secret. Maybe they don't want. Maybe they don't want to let it out.
Maybe. This discovery of a new force is fundamental in that electric fields alone can generate a sustainable force onto an object and allow center of mass translation of said object without expelling mass. That's
Okay, whatever that means.
The gas,
Whatever you say.
fuel.
Buhler stressed that this work is unaffiliated with NASA and that he recently presented his findings at the Alternative Propulsion Engineer Conference, APEC, which is a club of engineers and enthusiasts eager to find ways to overcome the limitations of gravity and physics, and not always with the most scientifically sound methods. Ooh,
arcane.
Sounds kind of spooky.
Huh. In an interview with Apex co-founder Tim the Body Ventura, Buhler explained how his background in electrostatics led to discovery. He says his team, made up of people from NASA, Blue Origin, and the Air Force, investigated propellantless drives for multiple decades, before arriving at electrostatics. For years, their devices produced negligible thrust, but saw increases with each new iteration. This culminated in 2023 when this new force-powered drive generated enough thrust to overcome Earth's gravity. So it must have just kind of lifted off and maybe lifted up. I wonder,
I don't know.
Is it going to be called
really
a Buhler?
Spooky.
The
Buhler drive.
The Buhler drive. And
or maybe he'll name it after his wife.
Maybe.
If he has a wife. Or whatever he has. Buhler drive.
Yeah, Buhler drive.
Anyway, interesting story.
Very interesting. All right, thanks, folks. Thanks for joining us. Catch you in the afternoon.
Take care. I'll see you later.